And today it is a guided meditation on Upekkha, the Pali for usually translated equanimity, or Upekkha, the Sanskrit. All right, here we go. All right, let's take a meditative posture, standing, sitting, lying down. You could do walking now, I suppose. I will give a little bit of guided on the posture. That's where we start in Zen. If it's useful to you, use it. If not, just let it pass you by or mute me until otherwise. All right? All right. All right. In Zen, we like to say that the posture itself is Buddha. So in this posture, we take the posture of awakening. So in essence, I like to think of it much more as a commitment, not so much about sitting still or being immobile, more as, are you committed to fully knowing your awakeness in whatever comes up? And since it's a guided meditation, there'll be some very specific. If that's not working for you tonight, just put me on mute, and when I bow, that's when I finish at the end, right? All right. I think the most important posture point is a sense of being supported. So if you're seated, sitting bones or feet feel support of the chair, cushion, bench, whatever you're sitting on. If you're lying down, then perhaps it's the back of the head, shoulder blades, back of the hips, perhaps your heels or the bottom of your feet if your knees are up, which is useful for any back issues. If you're walking or standing, perhaps the feet are spread so that there's a sense of stability. So really, is there a sense of support for you in this posture of awakening? Perhaps a few deep breaths. And I'm going to be quiet now. I think it's good to start with just letting go of everything else and coming back to a posture point. By that I just mean any sense of your posture as feeling supportive. Just keep placing your attention there. It's the repeated coming back, I say. Letting go is harder, so I like to say coming back. Just coming back to wherever you feel support. Right, so we'll start the phrases. I'm going to just do 3 categories tonight. We'll start with ourselves. If you haven't done Brahma Vihara, which Upekkha or Peksha is one of the 4, then it is a guided meditation, and visualization is useful. So we'll do ourself, and then I'll just say you, so just another being. You can choose a single being or a group of beings. And then the last category is all beings. So the way it works is I say a phrase, you repeat it silently to yourself. Feel free to modify it a little bit. For instance, if I say, I end with all the days of your life, and that just feels way too much, then you could say with this inhale or now, whatever works for you. But really it's a practice of strengthening your trust and faith in the quality as possible and true, like a muscle. So just lift, in essence, as much as works for you, right? And just like in a gym, though, you don't want to lift too much. So this is not about fixing yourself or fixing another being. It really is about you strengthening your, I like to say, your sincerity when you give it away, and your trust and faith when it's for yourself or others. Also, rational truth is not so important because we're just strengthening our muscles. So say yourself, and I say the phrases, one of them is, may I accept things just as they are. And right now that feels really hard, as visualizing yourself right here in these clothes or haircut or whatever, then just change your clothes, your haircut. You could be also 8 years old. You could be an oak tree. You could be anything. You could be, you maybe feel your heart beating. Sometimes I like to think, oh, it's my pinky. I'm directing it at my pinky, right? That my pinky can receive. Right? So again, strengthening the possibility and truth. Here we go. Visualize yourself in any way that can receive. May I be able to accept things just as they are with this inhale and exhale. Let me have a sense of being undisturbed by the comings and goings of events. Let me be able to hold my joys and sorrows with evenness today and every day. May I see things clearly. May I be able to connect to a sense of centeredness here and now. May I be able to have confidence in my capacity for resilience. On the next inhale, you're going to connect with any sense that one or phrase or any sense of this is true or possible. And on the exhale, you're going to let it absorb perhaps one pore of your being or one cell or all pores or cells of your being. Or perhaps as a warm light entering the crown of your head and filling you, or a warmth just radiating. However, you can let it come in or let it feel true and possible. Remember, if it's hard that it's yourself right now, then imagine yourself as a puppy, say, or a kitten, and you're sending it to you yourself as a kitten or a puppy or a daisy, whatever it is. Next few breaths. Just see how you feel. And for some people in this practice, they like to touch their heart space. Sometimes people like to touch their gut. I sometimes say touch the ground, just like the Buddha did, to gain confidence at his awakening. Perhaps if you're seated in a chair or you're lying down, then grip your toes or your fingers. There's some sense of really being grounded, knowing this. I'm going to go through the 3 categories, and then there'll be silence for you to practice it as you wish. So now we're going to visualize another being. I say you. You can say their name if you have one, or a group of people. Like everyone in Alphabet Zoom room right now. Right? That could be your other, another. May you be able to accept things or allow for things to be as it is, if only for a moment. Let a sense of equanimity be known to this person or a group of people as things come and go in life. May you be able to hold your joys and sorrows close to your heart. May you be able to see things clearly, just as they are, and not as you wish them to be. May a sense of centeredness be known to you whenever you need it. And may you be able to access flexibility in this moment and all moments. On the inhale, you're going to connect with any sense that you know that these are possible and true. And on the exhale, you're going to send it to the person or beings freely given for them to do with as they wish. This is strengthening your generosity, your wish for this for others. Sometimes it's useful to think of it as just radiating, not even the words, just the sense of it as radiating to your friend or a group of people. Again, just settle back into yourself once you've done that. Let yourself feel your confidence or trust in any measure. The truth of these and the goodness of your heart. Now visualize all beings. This can be difficult, and so that sense of radiating might be useful. May all beings be able to allow for things to be as they are. May every one of us connect with a sense of being undisturbed by the comings and goings of events. May all beings, including this one, be able to cherish our joys and sorrows as part of this life. Let every one of us, without exception, be able to see things clearly whenever we need to. May you, may I, may we be able to connect to a sense of groundedness here and now. And let every one of us have trust and faith and confidence in our capacity for resilience, the comings and goings of this life. On the inhale, you're going to connect any sense that's true and possible. And on the exhale, you're going to send it out, perhaps radiate it out, perhaps as a warmth or a ray of light or as a breeze. Yes. You can think of it in increment. Right? The person in the next rectangle, and in the Zoom room, or in your house, your neighborhood, your county, state or province, country, continent, earth, galaxy. It's vast and wide. And since at least 39 other people are doing the same thing, feel it radiating back to you. Let yourself allow it to come in, to give you confidence. Perhaps let it fill you, nourish you, ground you, center you, whatever quality that you need right here and right now. Let yourself know it. And there's about 10 more minutes of this meditation, so perhaps pick a phrase you remember, direct it to yourself or a person or all beings. It's up to you. This is your chance to practice with it as you wish. And let's take another few breaths. Feel yourself grounded, centered.